Okay, so we understood what is policy. Policy is basically a guideline for action for managers to take decisions. So I already given the examples, like we made a policy that a student should wear the ID card and come, because it's a policy to ensure that we have the authorized entry to the college. So it's just a guideline for actions or decisions of the organization. Now, coming to the what are the different kinds of policies that the organizations can have? Let us have a look at what are the different types of policy that we have. So, policies are basically classified based on some criteria. Criteria number one, based on source, there are two types: originated policy and imposed policy, and appeal policy, and also implied policy. Okay, we'll see one by one. What is an originated policy? Policy which is coming from ages. Okay, take government has been policies which is there for a very long time. Okay, which is originated from the we can say that from many years it has been followed. Okay, take an example. Say government has a policy of giving a subsidy to the gas, cooking gas. So it's a policy which is there for many years. Even petrol and diesel, we have the subsidy. So originated policy, which is there for many days, many years, we can say that is called as originated policy. Next one is the imposed policy. This is a policy basically imposed by somebody, maybe an outsider. Okay, so we have imposed policy, many policies by the government. Okay, take an example of say tax, paying tax. It's an imposed policy. Everybody must follow it, right? So imposed policy, it's imposed by the external agencies, okay, and where they make it, I mean, compulsory for the people to follow it. The next one is the appealed policy. Appealed policy, where you appeal to the people. Okay, take an example, say save water. Government is coming with a slogan called save water. So you need to save water because it's a scarce resource what we have. Okay, where the government is appealing to the people, do not waste water, right? Save the water. So that is basically called appeal policy. Then implied policy. Implied policy by nature, it is not told by anybody literally. It is not given by anybody literally, but we are following it. Okay, so take an example for implied policy. Say, particularly in any organization, we can take an example of implied policy. There will be office hours for every job, 9 to 4, 9 to 5. It's an implied policy because there should be a reporting time and there should be a logout time. Okay, so there should be particular working hours for any job or any organization. It's an implied policy. Nobody will tell you that you should have, because I mean, it is understood that there should be a reporting time and there should be logout time for employees. So based on source, we have four categories: originated policy, which is there for many years; imposed policy, which is imposed by a third party or an external agency; appealed policy, where you appeal the public, I mean, to particularly maybe to save the water, to save the energy, and to keep your premises clean. Those are all basically appeal policies. The second category is called based on levels. We have three kinds. Okay, basic policy, so we have three kinds of policies are there: basic policy, general policy, and department policy. Okay, so what is a basic policy? Basic policy is something which is fundamental, okay, which is basis for all your actions in the organization. Okay, so that is basically called basic policy. Take an example for a basic policy. Basic policy is when an employee working in your organization, you need to pay the salary for it. That's a basic policy, right? So without that, you can't take the people, you can't make the people to work. There should be a salary to be paid to the employee. So you make a policy. So that is basically an example for a basic policy. Then you have general policy, which is applicable for everybody. Okay, in an organization, which is applicable for everybody. Maybe you can say everybody should wear an ID card. That's a general policy, right? So the difference between basic policy and general policy, basic policy may differ from one department to another department or one division to other division, but general policy will be common for everybody. For example, say sometimes back we had it set up because of the more number of students in the campus. Some students used to come at 10 o'clock, some students used to come at 11 o'clock. We made a policy that in order to accommodate the students in the college. So that's a basically basic policy. General policy, which is common for everybody in the organization. And the last one is called department policy. That is, every department will have a policy. So as BBA department, we made a policy that students wear uniform on a particular day. For BCA students, it will be different day. Okay, or for BSc students, there will not be uniform. For BA students, it will be different day. I'm just giving an example. So each department will have a particular policy. Okay, that is basically called as the department policy. Okay, so based on levels, we have basic policy, general policy, and department policy. Students, at any point of time, if you have a question, please raise your hand. I will unmute yourself so that you can ask me the question. Don't hesitate to ask the questions. Okay, move on to the next type of policy, that is based on function. In management, we have different functions as we discussed in the beginning of this unit: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling, right? So based on function, we have different policies like planning policy, organization policy, control policy. Okay, planning policy, you take an example of, I think you would have heard about government made a planning policy. It's called 5 years planning. Okay, 5 years planning. Okay, so what is this 5 years planning? They make a plan, financial plan for every 5 years. Okay, and now they've replaced that with a Niti Aayog. It's a different thing. So similarly in organizations, they will have a planning policy. Planning policy mainly deals with who should make plans, how to implement plans. Okay, and I mean, who will be responsible to monitor the implementation of the plan. All these questions will be answered by the planning policy. Then organization policy, basically it is to manage all your resources in order to keep your resources ready for your organization. So that is basically called as organization policy. Then the last one is a control policy. Control policy is basically to see that you made a plan or you set some standards and you are going to act accordingly. That is basically called as a control policy. Okay, so planning policy, organization policy, and control policy. The next one is the based on dissemination. We have two types: explicit policy and implicit. What is explicit? Which is clearly written somewhere. Yes, this is the policy of organization. Everybody should follow it, right? So even in Kristu Jayanti, we have a lot of written policies. Okay, it will be clearly written. Do not throw the garbage here. Okay, use the dustbins. That's a policy because you want to keep your premises clean. throw that garbage only in dustbin, nowhere else. That's called explicit policy. And what is an implicit policy? Okay, take an example of say ID card, wherein the ID card is an implicit policy. So implicit policy is opposite explicit, which is not explicitly written somewhere or told. Okay, that is basically called implicit policy. Okay, so that is based on dissemination. Then based on function, we have various functions like marketing function, finance function, production, HR, and so on. So marketing policy, the policies which are made related to marketing activities. Okay, take an example of selling, buying. Okay, you make a policy that you want to reduce the price of a product. That's a marketing policy. Finance policy related with money. Okay, how to raise funds, how to use funds, how to manage funds. That's all related to finance. Production, what product to be produced, how to produce the product, what quantity you have to produce. That's all related to production. Then human resource policy, whom to select for a job, what should be the qualification, how to conduct the interview, what is the selection procedure. These are all related to the human resource policy. So based on function of business, we have different policies like marketing policy, the finance policy, production policy, and human resource policy. So this is about different types of policies what we have, and these policies will differ from organization to organization, department to department, person to person also. Even we have a lot of policies. Okay, you make a policy, I have to get up in the morning, do some exercise. It's a guideline for your action, right? Or you say, I'm a vegetarian, I want to have only vegetarian food. It's a policy that you make. Or you say you make a lot of resolutions in the new year, right? That you want to go to gym, or you want to control your food, or you want to reduce your weight, or you want to study more, or you want to set your goals. So you make a lot of resolutions. These are part of your policies. So that will give you some guideline for how to act, where to act, why to act. Okay. So similarly for organization, these policies are very, very important.